and welcome back to Stressless, Messless. Now we're on to superhero type parties. So whether that's sort of like comic book superheroes or just the sort of generic idea of superheroes, then we've got ideas. So one of the first things I would say is if you're going to do capes, obviously if you're running around and things, you've got the thing of strangulation, basically. So, a way to sort of combat that is get your piece of material and then fold it in half. So you've got it like that, the corners. And then you're going to take the folded bit and then the two little corners and you're going to tie them together. One, two. And then you'll find that this makes a sort of jacket cape. So basically, if you pull it out like this, you've got holes there, and so you can then put it on, and there we've got a cape. Woo! That style actually works really nicely for summer as well, just FYI, as a sort of little jackety thing for summertime. But anyway, moving on. Obviously, if you've got like the costumes and things, and obviously you can dress up with those, often is the thing that you might not have the costume, but you might have the pyjamas. So maybe you could wear pyjamas and then for everyone have like pants on the outside of your pyjamas. You're not going outside, so why not? Because that's very superhero, isn't it? Wearing your underwear on the outside for some reason. You could always do the thing of making up your own superhero. So I did one once at a kids club where I was Distractor Girl. And so basically it was the thing that I dressed so atrociously with like bright yellow tights and sparkly boots and just like completely unfashionable and weird. And basically it was the thing, the idea was that the bad guys would be like, oh my life, what the heck is she wearing? And then they get distracted and then they could be taken out. So there we go, that was my superhero. But you know, you could have fun with that, couldn't you? So say if your child really likes hoovering or something, you'd be like, Hoover Kid, woo! And sort of make up ideas of that. That sounds fun. So moving on from sort of costumes ideas, you could always do some decorating. So the sort of classic decorating thing would be have like boom and pow and kapoof, whatever those words are that they use in like speech bubbles around the house. That would be quite fun. Again, I would encourage you, don't spend crazy amounts of money or any money on like the sort of film appropriate decorations, because you can make your own. So something as simple as like getting some red balloons and then using a silver pen to do like a spider's web for Spider-Man or something like that, and so then you've got like the contrast of red and silver on the balloons. Or you could have a blue balloon and then use a red pen to do like the circle, and then like a silver pen to do the stars. So for Captain America's shield, if that's something that you're thinking like Marvel side of things. DC stuff I don't really know anything about, but they have masks and capes, don't they? And we've just covered capes. Masks, use the protective masks. I was talking about that in another video, which I'll try and link to, which is basically decorating your face shield to look like a superhero mask. That sounds fun. A fun activity that you can do is, for Spider-Man, you could do strips of sellotape across a doorway, and you sort of do it in like a spider's web type shape. It doesn't have to be amazing, but basically, and then have fun throwing like rolled up tissue or rolled up paper onto it, and it sticks onto the spider's web. So that's quite fun. So that's like a fun party game to do. Sorry, I've just thought of another party game. So basically, if you were doing either like the Hulk type thing, then you could do my Pillow Towers game and then like knock them over. Or if you were just doing normal superheroes, maybe you could build it like maybe using paper cups or something, build up a town, like a villain's trying to knock out the town, and so you have to go and rescue them. All sorts of fun things like that. You could have a sort of cops and robbers type hide and seek game, couldn't you? But with superheroes and villains. You could, if you've got like a hallway, in your house, then you could again use either painter's tape or sellotape. Painter's tape's probably better for the hallway, and do strips actually across the hallway, and so it's like you have to try and get through them without getting stuck. That's quite fun. You could do a pin the star on Captain America's shield kind of thing. Again, that's really simple, isn't it? That's just like a circle basically cut out on a star, and you give the child the star and they try and pin it on the shield. It's very simple. And again, that kind of pin the tail on the donkey kind of game can be adapted to pretty much any theme. For snacks, I was thinking while I was out on our walk today, you could make mini pizzas and then use a star cutter to cut out cheese stars. So make like a pizza Captain America shield. That sounds fun. Or you could do that as a giant one, couldn't you? And just not use a star cutter and just sort of do it by hand and like melt the cheese in a star shape. So again, it doesn't have to be like this is definitely what this is kind of thing. So for example, if you're doing like Superman, maybe for dinner you could have like a cauliflower and broccoli bake, but say like the broccoli is like kryptonite, so it could be like kryptonite stew or something like that, and just call it something different for the day, as we did with the frozen thing. So Sven's dinner is actually carrot, oat and savoury, but it's got carrots in it, so so calling it. If you wanted to kind of get really involved and creative, you could do a sort of like escape room type situation where you've got to rescue like a teddy bear or something, the teddy bear in distress, and so they've got to like do different activities to then release this teddy bear. So, you know, they could do 5-star jumps, and then you've got to do a roly-poly, and then you've got to, you know, if that's the age range you're working with. Or, you know, if it's older children, then you could do the thing of, you've got to find the 10th word on this page, and then this will help unlock this, and all that kind of thing. There's all sorts of fun stuff you could do with that. And again, it's very simple. It doesn't require very much prep, and you may even find you enjoy the prep. A fun thing that you could do, and we actually did this when we had a V-Day thing, where we basically throughout the day kept on having air raids. So basically you could have like find a sound on YouTube, and it's basically like, oh, the alarm's going off, oh, that means somebody needs our help, and so basically everything has to stop, and you have to like get into your cape and fly off, or whatever you're gonna do. But again, it's that thing of making the whole day this just amazing birthday party experience. Then of course you can make a pairs game, couldn't you, using just printouts of different pictures of superheroes. You can have a colouring in time. It doesn't have to be really hard. Now the other thing, I've just suddenly thought, oh my goodness, for the masks or anything, you could actually do a massive face tattoo, couldn't you? That'd be amazing. Any kind of target practice game, and I'll try and put a link to some of the stuff that I've done. You know, it sounds fun as well. I'm not sure why I always link like milkshakes and Knickerbocker Glories and stuff with superheroes. Maybe because like the cartoons are quite sort of vivid when it comes to food. So maybe for pudding or something, or for a treat, you could make ice cream sundae. That might be quite fun. Or you could make my lemonade recipe, which is very, very nice and refreshing, but also quite sort of cool. Well, I think it is anyway. Anyway, I hope that's given you a taster of like different ideas, and let's move on to the next one.